Zomato launched a pure veg fleet with distinct color yesterday that would deliver orders from restaurants that do not serve meat, fish or egg-based dishes. Zomato CEO Deepinder Goyal wrote on X that pure veg mode has been launched to solve users' dietary preferences. The fleet's persons were shown in promotional images wearing green uniforms with green boxes on their bike. The company said it will not assign pure veg delivery partners to any order from a restaurant where food is not exclusively vegetarian. Cut to evening after backlash from app-based workers, unions, activists as well as academics who argued that the move will result in harassment of non-vegetarians as well as violence against ground-level delivery partners. Founder Deepinder Goyal rolled back the ground segregation based on uniform. Now, Goyal said that they are going to continue having a fleet for vegetarians, however, decided to remove the on-ground segregation for the fleet using the green color. All riders, therefore, both of the regular fleet as well as the fleet for vegetarians will wear the same red color, which means the fleet meant for vegetarian orders will not be identified on ground. Now, this was done to ensure that the red uniform delivery partners are not incorrectly associated with non-veg food and are not blocked by RWAs as well as societies. What exactly has happened and transpired over the course of last 24 hours? Very interesting. I've been reading some of those comments on X. People are extremely angry and agitated. Obviously, some are very happy that they'll have distinct food served distinctly using that green color. But others are saying, how about us who are tenants and our landlords do not allow us to eat? How are we going to get our non-vegetarian food?
Absolutely. So I think, Deepinder Goyal has found himself right in the middle of episode 1 of Squid Game, and he's playing the red light, green light, red uniform, green uniform game. And yeah, people are willing to shoot him down for either of the options that he chooses. I think it's a great idea to begin with. Deepinder Goyal and Zomato, the team at Zomato, perhaps wanted to woo the vegetarian customers and wanted to offer some sort of a special treatment to them. And there are many people who actually have very particular sort of preferences that which kitchen has this food been made in. Did you use the same tawa to make a keema paratha and then made my aloo paratha and served it to me and I'm a pure vegetarian? And which kitchen, what staff are these people who are making my pure vegetarian food which you serve to me, actually using the same chefs, the same cooks, perhaps the same knives and the same spoons which are used to cook the non-vegetarian food. And hence this is something, India being such a vast and such a diverse country, there are many people who have these very stringent, very strict preferences when it comes to their vegetarian food, and they don't want that food to be messed around with. Now, Deepinder Goyal and the team at Zomato, I think, came up with a brilliant solution that we will have an exclusive veg-only mode in which once you switch on the veg mode, we will serve food only from 100% vegetarian kitchens, packaged in vegetarian boxes, served by a fleet which is not going to touch the non-vegetarian food and is only going to deliver your vegetarian food to you safely packaged in your house. Now, the only challenge that emerged, which I think Deepinder Goyal realized over all the heated conversations that happened on X and across social media overnight, and then this morning his tweet saying that, I think all the brickbats as well as all the discussion that happened on X has got him and got the company to realize that there are some very, very practical, fundamental challenges to this proposition. And the challenges are that what if you are living as a tenant in somebody's house who is a vegetarian person and you happen to order non-veg and in comes a red uniformed rider serving in all red color, red meat, it becomes a problem. And
Absolutely.
Even the converse of that may be true in some cases, that you have ordered vegetarian food, but that is not taken well in society. I mean, there could be
hardly a case in point.
Yeah, you never know. I think as a nation we have very fragile sentiments in our country.
Absolutely.
And with the diversity, you can't rule out these possibilities. So I think the broader discussion, the broader challenge has been that he's realized that a great idea, but perhaps not the most conducive environment. So he said, let's roll back the green uniform, get the red uniform on for everybody.
Absolutely. So roll back the green uniform. Red is back in option, and Deepinder Goyal, perhaps a humbling experience for him on the basis of this conversation with various users of Zomato over the course of last 24 hours.